good morning, or afternoon, or good evening, whatever you're watching this. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Last week, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm missing an entire week of my life. I didn't post last week. You're right. I'm missing that week too. The problem was my wife's computer did not work. It wouldn't input any of my videos into the editing software to edit them to make a video. We'll all collectively blame her and blame her computer. But we're here this week, right? Right. We are. Here we are. You're watching it, so good job. If you want more videos like this, or like the rest of this video, not this, this is kind of lame. But if you want more videos like this, or the other ones that I've done, subscribe, like the video, share with all your friends and family and your aunts and uncles. Aunts and uncles love these kinds of things, you know? Aunts and uncles. Anyway, so welcome. I really can't focus because the bed is not made, and I feel like you can see that. Even though you're looking this way, like maybe you can like look in the reflection of my eyeball and see that the bed's not made. Okay, focus. Focus. This week's video is about our trip to California. It was so much fun. We went to Disneyland and we went to the beach and In-N-Out Burger and had a horrible time at the airport. The people were friendly, but we were there for a really long time and ended up not getting home till the next day. But that's fine. And then we lost our stroller and our luggage, and it was really a crappy trip. It's okay. We were in Disneyland. It's the most magical place on earth. Anyway, I can't focus. I gotta make the bed. Okay, whew. Welcome back. Whew. I'm winded. What were we talking about? Last week. So, my wife is writing me. Okay, so last week we were supposed to go on the Disney cruise. For those of you who knew or didn't know, stop writing me. Have you worked on your YouTube video today? Your viewers are waiting. Really, Victoria? I know that. They're all gonna know that you are distracting. Okay, so last week we were supposed to go on the Disney cruise to the Eastern Caribbean, which has been destroyed by Irma. So while we were bummed out that we didn't go on the cruise, we are devastated for the people who lost their homes and businesses and their livelihoods. So definitely praying for those people. And we told our kids, look, there are other people that are dealing with way more than missing a vacation. So we were okay with it, but we still needed to see Mickey. And Disney World had Irma hit there too. So we were like, well, let's go to Disneyland. We've always wanted to take the kids to Disneyland, but having season passes at Disney World and it being close enough to drive, it was like so expensive to think about going to Disneyland. But we were able to use our Disney Vacation Club points for a room at the Paradise Pier Hotel, which is at Disneyland. Got some decent flights to LAX and rented a minivan. I'm sorry, people who own minivans, but I tried liking it, and I tried thinking of all the nice positive things I could say about it. But we're not a minivan family. No, we're not. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Tickets. Yeah, we did buy tickets. The whole week was cram-packed full of amazing fun things, and I couldn't have like a story. So what we're gonna do with this video is I'm just gonna kind of introduce a couple of clips, and then I'll show those, and I'll come back to me, and then, which by the way, this shirt makes a lot more sense when Victoria is wearing her I'll Be Your Princess shirt, and we're so cute and a little matchy match at Disney. That's all. The first clip is my early Christmas present. I'm so excited. I love it. This is me unboxing my DJI Mavic Pro watch. Hello, and welcome to the greatest night of my life. Let's begin by sharing with you it's 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. on a Friday night. And the FedEx man just left after delivering this. Do you know what time we're leaving for the airport in the morning? 8 a.m. to drive to Atlanta and fly to California to go to Disneyland. And if you know what's inside here, you would know I want to take this with me because that's why we got it. And I'm so excited. And I was in the depths of despair. It was 9:30 p.m. and the FedEx guy hadn't come yet. That's crazy talk. Anyway, this is an early Christmas present for me. Drum roll please, drum roll please. Drum roll please. I don't know what this stuff is. Okay. I got the Mavic Pro, you guys. I got the Mavic Pro. DJI Mavic Pro. Okay. This is the gimbal stabilizer cover. So there's that. Here is the Mavic lens hood. Gimbal guard black. And some of the landing gear stabilizers to put this thing together. Thank you, wife. This. I'm smarter than this box. And this 32 gigabyte micro SD card. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. This is intense. This is intense. You can do it. So I'm gonna keep all this packaging just in case there's any issues. I'll not be sending it back to FedEx, that's for sure. Jokers. Those Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Okay, come over here. Come here. So we have the beautiful man bag with extra batteries. That's heavy. What's in there? You know what this is? You know what this is? That's it. How it looks compared to the size of my hands. Oh, I have big hands, but still, it's still small. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. And a couple extra batteries. Those are important. That is empty. And let's open this. Okay, you go back over there. All right. In our DJI man bag, we have spots here. Maybe for some SD cards or some lens cloths, whatever we find in there. This thing. Some extra cables to connect for the remote. Yep, that's what that looks like. A strap. A charger. Some more chargers. A car adapter. Here is another charger that has 2 extra USB ports. So you can charge your phone, your Mavic with this, and your receiver, your remote at the same time. Crazy talk. Goodness, here's a charging port for the batteries, or charging hub for the batteries. Do that, do that, do one more, and my remote. There we go. It's a little stiff at the beginning. I thought I was gonna break it. That adjusts to hold my phone. And these are my antennas. I love it. So it's a little overwhelming, all this mess. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna take my time without the pressure of you people watching me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I feel like I don't have anything to say right now because I'm totally and completely overwhelmed. But I'm gonna get the batteries charged. I'm gonna read this little book, and I will see you guys in California when we get to Disneyland and it'll be the greatest week of our lives. Okay, bye. Okay, so that was the Mavic Pro. I'll show some footage of it later in the video. Next is Disneyland. On the way there, we did discover a secret about flying with George. He's one. We went ahead and bought him a plane ticket. He is getting to where he won't sit down on our laps or anywhere unless he's strapped in. So we bought him a ticket and brought his car seat. We brought his car seat. The first leg, we had him facing forward because that was the only way I could figure out how to fit the car seat in there. Because this is like one of those big one-year-old car seats, not like a booster seat. But halfway through the flight, he figured out he could just kick his little feet on the seat in front of him. I apologize to whoever that person was. They're not watching this, but in case they do, I'm sorry. You have drool all over you. You have drool all over you. Yes, you do. Go away. Go away. What are we talking about? Stop it. Jarvis, sit down. Thank you. Thank you. But we didn't let him, so he was crying a little bit more than normal. We still have yet to go on a flight where someone doesn't compliment our kids on how good they are. They're really good travelers. We just had a little glitch on that flight because George was not happy because he wanted to kick the seat in front of him, and we said no. You gotta be the parent sometimes, you know? Or all the time, because you're the parent. On the way home, our flights got completely messed up. We were on the plane. He started napping. It was a total wasted nap. I was so devastated. In the plane, about to take off, and then the pilot comes on and says, "This is an unsafe plane. We have to go back and taxi back to the gate and let somebody take a look." Something. I was like, unsafe plane? You're gonna say that on the speaker? You know, I forgot to go potty, but we have to go back. That'd have been fine. Meanwhile, my 8-year-old is crying her eyes out, thinking we're gonna explode. So they announced, if you wanna get off the flight and change your flight here, you can. We're like, we should do that because there's more flights going from LAX to Atlanta than Denver to Atlanta. But on the flight from, where were we? LA to Houston and then Houston to Atlanta, they put us in the premium seats because we were such an amazing family and their plane broke. But that was the perfect amount of room to turn George's car seat backwards like he's used to in the car. If you're flying with an infant in a car seat and you want to be backwards and not destroy the person's flight in front of you, then you probably should opt for the premium seat with a little bit more room, at least for the baby and one parent. Back to Disney. We flew to LA, got the rental car, got to Disney, and the parks are so much smaller, so much smaller. I mean, it's like maybe 150 to 200 acres for Disneyland Park, California Adventure, and Downtown Disney. I mean, it's like compact. Disney World, all the land they own in Florida is 27,000 acres. Just do the math. There's a lot more walking in Florida than there is in California. But yeah, take a look at Disneyland. It was a great time. Am I right? Does it bring a tear to your eye? It does me because I miss it. On the Friday we were there, Friday, September 16th, 15th, I don't know. Friday, September 15th. Space Mountain was opened and it was like this space ghost ride. Haunted Mansion was unbelievable. And the line was even more unbelievable. It was crazy. Crazy people. These people are nuts. I've never seen the park so busy. The whole week we were there, it was, I mean, there were people, but it was fine. Friday was crazy. Crazy amount of people. Nightmare Before Christmas takes over Haunted Mansion for Halloween, and so it's like all Nightmare, it's like a Nightmare Before Christmas ride. It's so cool. Everything's decorated all crazy outside. All the Halloween decorations and fall decorations are out, and it's nice and cool. The Guardians of the Galaxy ride at California Adventure has like some kind of Halloween theme. We did the fireworks, which were fantastic. Overall, it was just a very magical trip. Monday, we went to the beach. It was so hot at Disney. We were like, we cannot go another day. It's so hot. Let's go to the beach instead. And so we did. And we went to Corona del Mar and Laguna. That's it. We ate an In-N-Out burger, so that was... But at the beach is where I finally got to use my Mavic Pro. And here is the footage. Don't you feel like a whole new person for watching that? Because I feel like I'm a whole new person for having that thing. It's like it's the greatest. See, it makes me in love with two things. First, my wife, because she bought that for me without me knowing, even though it almost didn't get here before the trip. And second, it makes me in love with my DJI Mavic Pro. I love it. It's so cute and little. And then but it just does such epic stuff. People, it's so epic. I cannot wait to get it out to the farm where I have some space and just practice so I can make my shots better and more epic and more cinematic. Stupid cat. I'll be going into a lot more depth on some future videos coming up soon. Today, right now it's sunny, but it was like pouring down rain 10 minutes ago. So I can't go outside and do anything with my DJI. But the DJI Go 4 is the app that makes it run. Oh no. Yes. Yes. Okay. What? You pull this up. Once you connect to the remote, and then you connect the drone itself, and you can control, you can see everything. Everything I've learned from YouTube is that most people shoot in D-Log for all their videos, which basically takes the image and just makes it, not gray, tan maybe. So they just make it very bland. But what that does is that kind of neutralizes the deep blacks and the super bright whites so that it pulls everything out of the image, and then in post-production you can boost those colors again to be more natural or be a little more juicy. And so that's what I did with mine. I'm currently doing my video editing on DaVinci Resolve 14, which is free, which is why I'm doing it on that. I was debating Adobe Premiere or what's the Apple one? Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is $300 for everything, and Adobe Premiere is $20 a month for the CC version, which is a Creative Cloud. So you can download it and you have access to it for $20 a month. My math tells me that in 15 months, I will then be paying more for Adobe Premiere than I would for Final Cut Pro. So for now, while I figure all that mess out, I'm using a free software. But it had a color management preset for DJI Phantom 3, Phantom 4, or something else in D-Log. And so I just clicked that and I liked what I saw. So that's what I'm shooting in. That's what I'm doing with my editing for that. I'm sure it'll change, but that's just kind of what I've seen work in the one time that I used it. As far as learning how to fly it, use the app. It has a flight simulator. So you have to have your drone on because it has to be able to connect to it. And then with the remote, you can watch your computer drone fly around. It won't crash. And if it does, it's your computer drone and it's not your actual drone. So that's what I did the night I got it. I practiced a little bit, kind of got comfortable with the buttons, the little knob things. I got comfortable with the controls. So once I took it out to fly when we were in Southern California, it was simple. I did not crash it. I basically got it to go where I wanted to from the beginning. So that is a great tool that they have given you on this app. Also, no-fly zones. So there's maps of where there's no-fly zones for airports and Disneyland, which is, I knew I wasn't gonna get any shots there because they have like the biggest no-fly zone in Southern California. But that's on there. Warnings will pop up if you go too close or if you're in one. So be smart about where you're flying your drone because you are responsible, because you are supposed to be responsible for it. I'll have a ton more videos soon because I cannot wait to keep playing with this toy, with this technological improvement for my YouTube craft. I'm sure you'll join me on my journey of learning how to use this better, how to fly better, how to edit better, and how to be a better dresser. Thank you for watching this week's trip. We like Disney. They know how to take care of their guests, and we love to be their guests. So be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Lady, come here. Lady. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Why are you wet? She has been in the shower. This year, we got some other stuff coming up that you will not believe. That's all for this week. She likes to tickle. If you have any questions or comments about this week's video, put them down in the comments below and I will read them and answer them or talk about them. Or, I don't know, we'll have a conversation. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and we will see you next week. Bye.